Coverage is expected about a 60%, and those rain chances will continue as we head into next work week, but eventually will dry out and warm up just a little bit, but the temperatures will be back to normal because of all of the rain and the cloud cover that we're going to get these next couple days. That's going to allow for those temperatures to be a little bit cooler and slightly below average for this time of year. We'll take a closer look and track everything out, doing your full forecast in just a couple minutes. Danielle, back to you.
Sounds good, Brianna. Thank you. Well, happening today, Vice President Kamala Harris travels to battleground Michigan after making a pitch to Republicans and independent voters alongside Republican Liz Cheney in Wisconsin. Now, former President Donald Trump heads back to Georgia for another tour of the damage caused by Hurricane Helene after rallying supporters in Michigan. Alice Barr has the very latest.
Former President Trump heads to Georgia today to again survey devastation from Hurricane Helene as Vice President Harris travels to Michigan after rallying in Wisconsin alongside former Republican Congresswoman Liz Cheney.
I have never voted for a Democrat, but this year I am proudly casting my vote for Vice President Kamala Harris.
Cheney voted to impeach former President Trump over his role in the January 6th Capitol attack. Vice President Harris appealing to other Republicans to back her, arguing the former president cannot be trusted.
He who violated the oath to uphold the Constitution of the United States of America. And make no mistake, he who, if given the chance, would violate it again.
That after a new special counsel court filing asserts former President Trump should not be immune from prosecution for his efforts to overturn his 2020 election loss. The former president calls the filing political.
This was a weaponization of government.
Rallying in Michigan last night, he doubled down on false claims of a stolen election.
It was a rigged election. You have to tell Kamala Harris that's why I'm doing it again. If I thought I lost, I wouldn't be doing this again.
Voters divided.
I think Trump has destroyed the Republican Party.
Do you think that Liz Cheney speaks for the Republican Party?
No. Absolutely not.
Americans weighing the impact of the last election as they prepare to vote in the next. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
Thank you. Well, the Harris campaign is launching digital ads aimed at potentially persuadable Republicans, while tomorrow former President Donald Trump returns to Butler, Pennsylvania to hold a rally at the same site of his attempted assassination in July. And new polling shows the United States Senate race in Texas is going to be tight. Colin Allred is trying to unseat incumbent Senator Ted Cruz. Big-name Democrats like Senator Bernie Sanders and Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez believe that Allred does have a chance to win. Now, they are urging the National Democratic Party to invest more to turn Texas blue. But over the last 3 presidential elections, Democrats have cut their margins by 10 points.
We don't think Texas is quite so red. We think Texas has huge potential to become a more progressive state. You have a lot of young people, you have a lot of working class people, you have a strong trade union movement, and I think people right now want to fight for a nation and a government that works for all and not just the few. That's what I'm seeing here in Texas.
While polls have shown a tight race, almost all of them still show Cruz is favored to win. And a big local race in the upcoming election is District 34 between Representative Vicente Gonzalez and former Congresswoman Mayra Flores. NBC 23 is hosting a debate with both candidates, and it's the only debate between the two. It's happening October the 17th from 7 until 8 p.m. And NBC 23's Frank McCaffrey is going to be the host, while our colleagues at CBS 4, Daisy Martinez and Brian Svensson, will be the moderators. And in your Valley headlines, the man accused in the deadly library shooting in Brownsville will be formally charged next month. Humberto Paz was originally charged with murder and aggravated assault with a deadly weapon for shooting Vahid Khaledi in the head. Investigators say that the two men exchanged words prior to the shooting, and as of right now, the arraignment is scheduled for November the 7th. Paz remains in jail on a $3.7 million bond. And happening today, new witnesses are expected to testify in Salomon Campos's capital murder trial. Campos is accused of killing his uncle and well-known Harlingen attorney Ernesto El Gallito Gonzalez. So far, we've heard from law enforcement officials and Gonzalez's family. Gonzalez's son EJ described his testimony as a stressful and horrible experience after he was questioned about disposing of evidence and collecting on his father's life insurance policy. NBC 23 will, of course, follow this trial until a verdict is reached, and we'll bring you all information on air and online at valleycentral.com.
I just want to make sure that Mr. Lara is held accountable for his actions. You know, he did take my daughter away from me and from our family.
Those were the words of a father who is seeking justice after he lost his daughter to a drunk driver. Hugo Lara is accused of driving the wrong way on the causeway and slamming head-on into Mariah Enriquez's car. Jorge Vela explains who else is being named in the lawsuit.
The driver, Hugo Lara, faces up to 20 years behind bars for his role in the crash that killed Mariah Desiree Enriquez. A blood alcohol content test conducted on Lara that night showed a result of almost 2.5 times more than the legal limit. Michael Moore, who represents Mariah's father, Guadalupe, says this is just one piece of the evidence that shows the bars that served Lara, Bar Louie and Tequila Sunset in South Padre Island, were at fault.
You don't let people get drunk at these bars. And if they get intoxicated, they need a ride home. You take the keys away or you call the police. And they're not doing that. Why are they not doing that? Because they're not being held accountable. And that's what this lawsuit's about.
Moore also wants the trial to be held quicker than the one-year average. He hopes the court moves it up to set an example on the issue of over-serving and fatal alcohol-related crashes in Texas. The attorney for Mariah's mother, Cynthia Hernandez, says they are working hard so the case moves forward.
So we're still in the discovery process. The next steps will be depositions. We want to take the depositions of the defendant, Hugo Lara. We want to take depositions of the bar managers involved, and we want to get ready to take this case to trial.
The attorneys hope to finish their depositions by January. Moore says the Texas Alcohol Beverage Commission is doing their own investigation on the bars. TABC Director of Communications Chris Porter says most establishments do follow rules and do not overserve. However, they do get involved when serious injury or death occurs.
The bar itself has a responsibility to ensure that its staff are doing the right things and that they have the training and are empowered to help avoid those deals. And then again, the bartender or the waiter, whoever serves the alcohol, could face possible misdemeanor criminal charges if it's found that they were the ones that conducted the sale on the back end.
Mariah's father says he's just looking for justice and to prevent the next tragedy from happening.
And that's what this case is what it's about. It's not about the money. It's about making sure Mr. Lara pays and making sure that, you know, the word gets out that, you know, we shouldn't be drinking and driving.
The attorneys hope to begin the trial on the first week of March. Hugo Lara is charged with intoxication and manslaughter. Well, coming up, Richard Moore takes us out to explore the unique resacas that are here in the Rio Grande Valley.
And coming up during a full forecast, we'll take a closer look at those temperatures, track out the rain, not only for today, but for the weekend, and get an update on the tropics. All that and more coming up next.
Hi, I'm Deyanira Ramirez, Executive Director of the Brunswick Museum of Fine Art. This month, we want to be hosting 2 new exhibitions, the 49 International Art Show and A Journey to Be Continued. As well, we have Saturday art classes for children and youth and music classes for all ages. For more information, visit our website, bmfa.us. Experience the art at the Brunswick Museum of Fine Art.
Something monumental, covering all things football, is coming. Football's newest show breaks down all things NFL, from the plays to the players, from camp to kickoff, and everything in between, all year long. GMFB Overtime. It's football for everyone.
Today at 9 a.m. on KGVT 4.1.
Always innovating. Now Valley Central unveils Los Breves, providing up-to-the-minute news in Espanol all day, every weekday. While other news sites charge for news, Valley Central's Los Breves gives you the news in Espanol the way you want it, fast and free. Click on Los Breves, now streaming in Espanol on Valley Central. Powered by these sponsors. Log on to see Los Breves today.
Well, the lower Rio Grande Valley is home to an iconic system of waterways found nowhere else in Texas. Richard Moore takes us out to explore the unique resacas here in the Rio Grande Valley.
In the rich dawn light, billowing fall clouds are mirrored in placid waters of a South Texas resaca as a foursome of ducks languidly paddle toward rising sun. Resacas, vestiges from ancient meanderings of a once mighty Rio Grande, which in Texas are found only in the Rio Grande Valley, wind through towns and remnant wildlands, primarily in Cameron County. These distributaries, or parts of the Rio Grande that branched off and flowed away centuries ago, resulted from periodic flooding and changing course of the river. Depending on the interpretation you prefer, resaca is Spanish for vestige, or also hangover. Another version cites the contraction of the Spanish phrase Rio Seco, or dry river, or possibly stemming from the Spanish word resacar, to retake. Whatever the derivation, the lower valley's lovely resacas bestow a sense of place to the region, while beautifying the landscape and providing a flourishing ecosystem for wildlife. South Texas is home to 5 primary resaca systems: Resaca de los Fresnos in San Benito, Resaca de los Coates in Los Fresnos, Resaca del Rancho Viejo, and Resaca de la Palma in and around Brownsville, and Town Resaca in the heart of downtown Brownsville. The valley's resacas vary in size and shape, from oxbow lakes to long, narrow channels, and together encompass some 250 river miles. While resacas were created naturally, they are now human-maintained, with water pumped from the river through a series of canals. Utilized for irrigation, flood control, and suburban enhancement, they also host a variety of wildlife, from alligators to alligator gar. Throughout the year, valley resacas are home to abundant waterfowl, like this family of whistling ducks, an array of wading birds, such as the great egret. This time of year, local resacas host flocks of migrating white pelicans that grace the waterways with their immaculate plumage. And what better way to start the day than with the beautiful sunrise on a Rio Grande Valley resaca? With your outdoor report, I'm Richard Moore.
Thank you, Richard. Well, the city of McAllen has a new mural called Oranges and Iron, the Rio Grande Legacy. It was funded by a $15,000 grant from the city's Refresh 50/50 program. This mural is set to represent the historic past of McAllen's American Freight Furniture Building on U.S. Business 83. Now, it served as the train depot for citrus farms from throughout the valley, and its artist explains his inspiration.
I drive by this wall all the time, and I kept seeing the wall, and I was like, I'm going to paint that wall. Found out who owned the building, talked to him, and that's how it started. He told me the history of the building, which is the fruit and the trains, and so we came up with an idea.
This mural is the second in McAllen by the local artist, and he previously painted an interactive stand pipe for Keep McAllen Beautiful. And the City of Mission has a new bike trail, and it's at Linear Park with 3.1 miles of coverage. Officials say the goal of the trail is to enhance the health and wellness of our community. Hidalgo County Precinct 3 Commissioner Everardo Villarreal says that he hopes this project will expand health collaborations within the county.
The focus on growing this trail to the west side of Palmview, Peñitas, La Joya, that I'm going to be working with them and inviting them to participate so can we create a healthy environment, not only for our students, but for our parents.
Villarreal also says the county will add concrete to the park in order to help prevent flooding in the area. Now, he says the project will be completed and opened by May of next year. So be sure to stay with us as we'll have more after the break. And Juarez Rolos Promotions are inviting you to a special boxing match that's happening over on South Padre Island, my side of town, and various Rio Grande Valley athletes are going to be competing for the big win out there. I had a chance to sit down for an exclusive one-on-one with 3 of those greatest. Here's what they had to say.
Right now we are in Las Vegas, Nevada, We're out here for training camp for our fights on October 19th at the SPI Convention Center. And we're just working hard. We're working up every day, very early in the morning, having training in the mornings, training in the afternoons, and we're here working.
No, it feels great. It feels good to have this opportunity to come for this training camp, and even better to be able to fight on October 19th at the SPI, because being the only female professional fighter in the Valley just feels like it's very exciting.
It's been amazing. I mean, it's another type of work over here, like running in the mountains, training with some world champions over here. It's another experience. Sparring with some of the best guys, here. It's just amazing to be here.
You can get tickets from contacting Juarez Rolos Promotions. You can get tickets from contacting Rolos and Kids, RGB Elite, Rudy Juarez, Nancy Juarez. Just contact any of the managers or the promoters, and they should have tickets there. But get them fast because they're already selling out. And just to make sure to be there. And I'm very grateful, to have the opportunity to be the main event again. It's been, I think, 4 or 5 times that I've been the main event for Juarez Rolos Promotions, and I'm blessed. It's an amazing feeling to be able to, have the promoters believe in me, not just my father, but Rolo as well. And I'm very blessed, and I'm excited for all of our fans, not just my fans, but everybody that's on the card. We're gonna have an amazing card, and I'm just very excited for all the fans to be able to see us fight live. I just want to invite everybody, October 19th, SPI Convention Center. I just want to see everybody out there. Make sure to be there.
Hey, good morning, Valley, and happy Friday. We finally made it to the weekend, and this is what we can expect. So high temperatures are going to be a little bit cooler as opposed to these last couple days, and that's just because of the rain and the clouds that we are going to have for today. So most of us will have high temperatures in the upper 80s to low 90s, but of course, if some areas receive a little bit more rain and cloud cover, then they'll be a little bit cooler than just the upper 80s to low 90s. So let's go ahead and check out the rain for these next couple days, because rain chances will be sticking around. So as we continue into the mid-morning hours, isolated showers and storms will start to filter in, and it won't be until later today and going into Saturday where more rain and storms will filter in. So expect higher coverage, about a 50 to a 60%. So if you have Friday night plans, make sure that you are giving yourself some extra time before heading out the door and packing the rain gear and driving a little bit on the slower end as well. And that goes for early Saturday morning as well. But we'll start to see rounds of heavier rain continuing to filter into the Rio Grande Valley. And this is all tropical moisture from possible tropical development in the Gulf, which is what we've been talking about for several days already. But not much of further development is expected, just a whole lot of disorganized showers and storms affecting a lot of states within the Gulf of Mexico. And the storms that are going to be coming in are just general thunderstorms for the entire Rio Grande Valley all the way until Sunday. So we're not really that concerned with any severe weather, but we could hear rumbles of thunder, see some lightning strikes, experience some gusty winds, and we can also have some minor street flooding, especially in areas that are prone to flooding or that are low lying within the lower valley and along the coast, because that is where most of the rain is going to occur, at least the heavier stuff. So we could see anywhere from 2 to 4 inches along the lower valley, and of course localized higher totals could be possible. But then as we track further west, even lower future rainfall totals are expected within the next 7 days. But nonetheless, make sure that you are taking those extra precautions and download the Valley Storm Team app, because that will help you monitor radar, especially if you have plans over the weekend.
Why is TXU Energy Season Pass one of our most popular plans? Because you automatically save 50% on energy charges all winter and summer.
50% off all winter helps me stay warm and toasty.
It's easy when you can save hundreds a year.
And 50% off all summer keeps me cool when it heats up.
Sure does.
Check it out.
Cold or hot, you always save a lot.
Season Pass is one smart move. High five.
TXU Energy. Energy for everything.
Something monumental, covering all things football, is coming. Football's newest show breaks down all things NFL, from the plays to the players, from camp to kickoff, and everything in between, all year long. GMFB Overtime. It's football for everyone.
Today at 9 a.m. on KGVT 4.1.
Climate change, vulnerable neighborhoods, threatened ecosystems. Our challenges demand we do better, and a tree can be an answer. Because a tree can be innovative, it can be unifying, it can be a home. Now is the time for trees. Let's plant millions of trees together.
All right, thanks so much for sticking with us here on NBC 23. Guys, I'm so excited because we love having our studio guests here on NBC 23. And today we have one very special guest to help us kick off the early portion of our 6 a.m. show. We're talking about Shred Day. Now, you may be wondering, what is this? Well, she's here to explain. So good morning. Thanks for being here. Officially introduce yourself for folks that are watching.
Well, my name is Erica. I'm from Security First Credit Union. I'm the marketing director. And thank you so much, Danielle, for having us here today. It's a pleasure. Thank you.
Absolutely. So what is this all about? What do we need to know?
Well, Shred Day is a great opportunity for our members and the community to come out and properly shred, securely shred their personal documentation, right? Okay. There's a lot of fraud, scams going on, and our goal is to help our members and our community get rid of their stuff safely. So we have on site at a branch, we will have shredded a truck, and actually they do everything right there. They put up the bin and it shreds on site, and you can even watch it be done. Wow. It's really cool. And so what happens is that the guests can drive up, and what we do, our team will help get out the papers and the boxes and the bags, and we put it in the shred bin and do it right on site.
That is amazing. Yeah, so cool, because you're right. We do have a lot of sensitive documentation, often either at work or at home, and it can be a little scary knowing that we're just putting in the trash can just maybe one or two tears.
Exactly.
And so often you can wonder, what is the proper way to do this? And you're offering that. So what do we need to know if we do have something that we need to shred? What do we need to bring? How can we prepare for when we visit you on site?
Yeah, definitely make sure to remove any of the binder clips, you know, from old files, take them out of the accordion files, things of that nature, right? We want to make sure not to put small metal in the machine itself, but bring your papers, just take those things out. Little paper clips are fine. We can do that, but bring the papers and just put them in good boxes and bags, because what our team does, we'll take them out. We want to make sure nothing falls through or nothing flies away. So as long as they do that, and we'll just dump it into the bin, and that's really all it's done, and they can safely get it done and drive away.
Beautiful. This is also a pretty cool reminder about recycling and reusing, reducing, all of the above. So that's amazing as well. Now, for folks that may be wondering what exactly is sensitive information that we should be considering properly shredding, what do you think that involves or includes, rather?
Right. Well, you're thinking about tax documents, medical records, old credit card statements, even bank statements. So things of that nature that have account numbers, your full information, social security numbers, even all that identifying information. That's what we want to make sure that gets through that machine properly and securely.
Beautiful. Okay, so one more time, where is this happening, what time, and where do you think we can get more info?
Yeah, so we're going to host our event at our Brownsville branch, Price Road, 2455 East Price Road. It's going to be from 9 a.m. to noon, and it's supposed to rain, so we will be there. Now, if it's severe, we may have to cancel, but as of now, it's going to be going on. And so they can be there from 9 to noon. Just drive up, the truck will be there, and drop off.
You're making it so easy for us.
It's super easy.
Oh, man, I love this so much. Well, thank you so much. I know you and your team have been working so hard, but you're providing an amazing service to our community, so we appreciate you. Do you have any last words for the community?
Yeah, definitely. You can find all our information at our website at securityfirstcu.com. If you have any questions, you can definitely contact us at 956-661-4000.
She's great. She has all the answers to your questions, guys. Amazing. Thank you so much for being here and taking the time.
I appreciate your help. Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. Guys, such a beautiful event. Take advantage. See her out there and tell her you watched her on NBC 23.
Thank you.
Very good stuff. Now, Brianna, I don't know if you heard, but she did mention rain. So that means we got to pull you in, our official meteorologist. What do you have to say about that, my friend?
Well, she's absolutely right. It is going to rain, but nothing to be concerned about. We're just expecting regular showers and storms, so just make sure to give yourself some extra time before heading out the door and pack the rain gear. Even for your carne asada forecast for today, that's exactly what we're going to see. But positive side, those temperatures are going to be much cooler as opposed to these last couple of days. We'll take a closer look at what you can expect for the rest of the weekend, doing your full forecast in just a couple minutes.
Access to affordable health care is a quality of life issue. So when Adam Hinojosa opposes Medicaid expansion for working families, you have to ask yourself, whose side is he on? He thinks it's okay for insurance companies to deny coverage to people with pre-existing conditions, and even wants to allow them to cut off patients who need more care. That's just offensive. The people of this district deserve someone who will fight for them, not a yes man for health insurance companies.
Something monumental, covering all things football, is coming. Football's newest show breaks down all things NFL, from the plays to the players, from camp to kickoff, and everything in between, all year long. GMFB Overtime. It's football for everyone.
Today at 9 a.m. on KGVT 4.1.
Jeopardy is for everybody.
That's amazing. Oh, yeah.
With players just like you.
Paramedic, a retired teacher, psychiatrist.
I'm a little bit competitive.
That's the spirit.
Watch their victories.
We have a giant killer.
And heartbreaks.
Oh, no.
The next super champion could be anyone.
It's almost like a superhero origin story.
It could be you.
Oh, wow.
It's all happening on Jeopardy.
Watch Jeopardy weekdays at 5 p.m. on NBC 23.
At Loaves and Fishes of the Rio Grande Valley, we break down barriers to provide help and hope to our community by providing vital services, including hot meals at our Bread of Life dining hall, emergency assistance, and job training at our New Hope Job Shop. We also provide a welcoming shelter and a food pantry for those in need. Hope and help are just a step away. Visit lfrgv.org to learn more.
Well, the Biden administration's student loan cancellation plan is put on hold again. A federal judge in Missouri put a temporary hold on the plan after a judge in Georgia decided not to extend a separate order blocking the plan. Now, this has been on hold since September when 6 states filed a lawsuit arguing that President Biden overstepped his legal authority. The plan would cancel up to $20,000 in interest for some borrowers and provide relief for those who have been repaying their loans for 20 or 25 years. And Tesla's recalling more Cybertrucks, but this time for a camera visibility issue. The company says a software glitch could cause the rearview mirror display screen to remain blank for up to 8 seconds when the truck is put in reverse. And if the truck is experiencing this issue, you can download a free software app. Now, this is the 5th recall involving Cybertrucks in less than a year. And when you hear gas station, you do expect to pull up to the pump and pay for liquid gas, of course, but there is a new type of gas station that's for EVs. Rich DeMiro explains all about this in today's Rich on Tech.
There's fish jerky and fresh sushi, but no gas at this station.
And then I will go ahead and just plug right in. I'll hear it click.
Rove is a company building a first-of-its-kind public charging station. Think gas station, but for EVs.
Despite all the spending and excitement about EV growth and EV infrastructure, there's much more we need to do.
Located in Santa Ana, Rove has everything you need to relax and recharge.
We also will have service staff on site and security at night, so you know you'll be safe, you know you'll get help if you can't get the charger to work or you don't understand how it works.
There are 40 fast chargers for all EV brands, free Wi-Fi in the lounge, clean restrooms, and even a car wash.
Do you think you have enough drinks? There's so many.
But it's the high-end convenience store operated by the premium grocery retailer Gelson's that might make you want to stay a while.
I mean, when was the last time you saw maple glazed and smoked salmon bites at the gas station?
We really wanted to focus on premium and healthy options for the customer, right? The unique experience of charging a car versus going to the gas station. They have a little more time to potentially make better choices.
There's a much larger selection than you typically find on the road, including candy, protein bars, household staples, freshly prepared items like sandwiches, cut fruit, and of course, coffee.
Well, if you're going to be on a road trip, you have to have coffee, and this machine makes it on demand.
We have solar panels as our canopy.
Rove reflects the changing nature of transit. Not everyone can charge EVs at home or work, and on the road can still be hit or miss.
By building out the public charging network, it's giving people the confidence that they're going to be able to charge their car and be able to get to where they need to go.
Pretty cool.
Wow. Yeah, what caught my attention was the automated coffee dispenser.
Ooh.
Gotta love that. You gotta need coffee.
Oh yeah.
Gotta have coffee.
And it's
for a road
early
trip.
morning.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Well, all right. Coffee for your morning. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us here on NBC 23. I'm Danielle Banda.
And I'm meteorologist Brandon Medina.
All right, Brianna, how's it going? How are we feeling? What's up? What's the vibe for this Friday morning?
I feel okay. Crying on the side.
Oh, goodness. Yes. Yeah. You guys, again, if you are just tuning in, this is my final day at KVEO-TV. It's been wonderful. I've been here for many years, many years. I've put in my very best. I'll give a final goodbye at the end of the show. Not now.
Yeah.
So it's a little bittersweet. Yeah.
It is bittersweet. Yeah. It's kind of weird to see you leave.
I know. I'm always here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. I've only been here. I'm one of the newest people on actually, no, not anymore, not on the morning team.
Yeah.
But still, I haven't worked with you that long. No. Possibly a year, maybe?
I know. But it's been a good one. Full.
It has.
Yeah, it really has. It's been amazing. We've enjoyed having national days. There are a couple more national days, guys, but they're not that, you know, I don't know, a lot yeah. World College Radio Day, National Manufacturing Day, and National Golf Lovers Day.
Okay, well, I think those are important for those people who love those things.
Yes.
Like golf lovers, I'm pretty sure it's their day. I know a lot of golf lovers, actually.
Yeah, yeah, it looks like a pretty cool sport. Yeah, so thank you for tuning in for the National Days. I've really enjoyed telling you all about them every single day.
Yeah.
And I've also really enjoyed your comments because you are talking to Brianna through social media, and she's always telling me and our team what you're saying.
Yes, and we have several comments, and a lot of them are goodbyes, to be honest. Yeah, but they're so sweet. So one of the comments that we have is from Brenda. She says, "I'm going to miss seeing her every morning. She has great energy and such a bubbly attitude. All you will be missed." That is very true. If I would have to describe your personality, it's bubbly.
Thank you.
Very bubbly.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, and she's like this outside of work also, and when the cameras are off, this is the same kind of person. Yeah.
Thank you, Brianna. Also.
And then we have Joseph. He said, "Good morning, ladies. It was a pleasure watching Danielle. Best wishes on her new journey."
Oh man, you guys, I'm gonna cry, and I still have 30 minutes in the show.
I know. Okay, and then last one for right now from Jose. He said, "Good morning, ladies. TGIF. Have a wonderful day."
I love that, and
we are. Yes, I'm so glad it's Friday.
Yeah. TGIF.
Yes, we've known for a while. Well, not for a while, maybe like a week or two that you've been leaving. That this is your last day, and it was so crazy because we were like, oh, the Friday. We can't wait for the weekend, but today's your last day, so like.
It's hard. It's hard. I woke up very sad. I'm gonna miss this TV family a lot. And yeah, it's a sad day, even though I am happy. You know, there we go. I need another moment to collect myself. Brianna.
Okay, I'll take over.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. I'll take over weather. Yes.
Right now, please.
Okay, well, conditions are pretty great for this morning. We have dry conditions, except for a few isolated light showers that are entering in Willacy County. Now, as we continue into the mid-morning hours, more isolated showers and a few storms will filter in, but it's going to be isolated. We're not going to see widely areas having rain or storms until later on today and going into tomorrow, where those rain chances are going to increase just a little bit. So that's actually going to help keep those temperatures relatively cooler as opposed to these last couple of days. Most of us will have high temperatures in the upper 80s to low 90s, and remember, that's just because of the rain and the clouds that we're going to get. But if some areas receive a little bit more activity as opposed to others, then slightly cooler temperatures are expected than just the expected highs. And that's going to be the same thing for tomorrow. So tomorrow conditions are going to be much better, and then as we head into next work week, those rain chances will start to decrease and eventually will dry out, and our temperatures will return to normal for this time of year, but we are keeping a close eye on a possible front that's going to be making its way a little bit closer to the Rio Grande Valley. Now, it's still kind of questionable whether it's going to push completely across the Rio Grande Valley on Tuesday, but that is on its way. But again, we'll take a closer look and track everything out, doing a full forecast in just a couple minutes. Danielle, back to you.
Sounds like a plan, Brianna. Thank you. Well, happening today, thousands of dock workers are heading back to work after reaching a tentative agreement on pay. Now, the International Longshoremen's Association and the United States Maritime Alliance said both sides reached a tentative agreement on pay and agreed to extend their current contract until January the 15th. Employers have now agreed to a 62% pay hike, up from their initial offer of 50%. The conflict over automation, however, is still under negotiation. And the death toll from Hurricane Helene continues to rise, unfortunately, 1 week after the storm swept through the southeast. As of this morning, at least 215 people have died, and that number is likely to go up. Helene is now the deadliest hurricane to hit the mainland United States since Katrina almost 2 decades ago. And more than half of the victims are from the Carolinas. The heavily damaged mountain communities are still cut off from the outside, so rescue crews are forced to fly deliver supplies via helicopter.
There has been a lot of search and rescue in this area. I know it's been very difficult for them to get up here, and this is one of the areas they're saying still needs a lot of supplies to get moved in.
Officials say that it could be weeks before power and utilities are restored in some of the mountain communities. And coming up on the Today Show, the crew is live in Asheville, North Carolina. Al Roker is there lending a hand to the community after the city was devastated by Hurricane Helene. Here's Al with a preview of what it takes to get food and water to the folks who need help.
Coming up on Today, we're in western North Carolina, where they've been so hard hit. We're in a staging area for search and rescue teams from all over the country working under the auspices of FEMA. We'll have an exclusive interview with the FEMA administrator, and we'll show you what food banks are doing trying to help their fellow citizens. All that and more coming up on Today.
You can watch the relief effort right after NBC 23, and that coverage begins at 7 a.m. And our parent company, Nexstar Media, is doing its part as well to help those affected by Helene. We are offering support to the American Red Cross, which is already making efforts to help storm victims in the area. So if you'd like to make a donation, you can do so by using the QR code on your screen or by visiting valleycentral.com. And Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton is suing TikTok for sharing and selling minors' personal information. The lawsuit alleges that TikTok violated a new state law that looks to protect kids who are active on social media. A TikTok spokesperson has denied Paxton's allegations, pointing to online information about how parents in certain states, including Texas, can contact TikTok to request that their teen's account is deleted. And the Biden administration will not extend the legal status of Venezuelan migrants who were a part of a sponsorship program. The program was first launched in 2022 to offer Venezuelans a legal way to enter the United States. It was later expanded to include Cuba, Haiti, and Nicaragua. They were granted permission to live and work for 2 years, but Homeland Security decided against parole extensions and is now urging the parolees to apply for another immigration benefit, or they can leave the country. It's still unclear how this will impact Cubans, Haitians, and Nicaraguans. And former McAllen City Manager Roy Rodriguez will chair the new South Texas Water Working Group. The group of Valley leaders is trying to find solutions to the drought and lack of water from Mexico. Congresswoman Monica de la Cruz formed the group in August. She says they're already behind the curve.
You know, we have to worry about this every several years, about the availability of water for the Rio Grande Valley, and not to mention how much the Rio Grande Valley is growing. So it's very important that we focus on this issue and we come up with real solutions.
Earlier this year, the sugar mill in Hidalgo County shut down because of a lack of water to grow the crops. And a part of the reason is Mexico has not paid its annual water payments to the U.S., which is part of a 1944 treaty for water. Now, Mexico has paid less than a quarter of what it owes, so Rodriguez says that they have to look at other options like desalinization from the Gulf.
I'm glad that you decided to do this interview here, because that source of water right next to us someday is going to be used for drinking water. There is just very little doubt in my mind. What I continue to hear is it's very expensive to treat seawater. I know that, but at what point is too expensive too expensive? Is it when we run out of water? And so we have to be looking at all of the alternatives.
Other solutions include groundwater treatment and more drip water technology. But the group is going to need state and federal funds, so you can read more all about this story on borderreport.com.
And coming up during your full forecast, we'll take a closer look at those temperatures for this afternoon, because they will be a little bit cooler than these last couple days. Track out the rain for the weekend and get an update on the tropics. All that and more coming up next.
Around here, family and community come first. As your state representative, I'm committed to protecting our values. That's why I've been working hard in Austin to support our local economy, secure funding for our schools and teachers, and ensure law enforcement has the tools they need to keep us safe. Together, we've accomplished so much, but there's still work to be done. I'm Janie Lopez, and I'll always put our community first.
Class-leading safety features at every turn. A Hyundai Tucson.
Get 1.99% APR for 60 months on the Hyundai Tucson or Tucson Hybrid. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today.
How about we try that again?
Mr. Rhodes.
Here's to keep you safe on these roads.
What did I do wrong?
The crosswalk, the signal. Look left, look right, look left. Doesn't it look good in stripes? Yeah.
In the wake of Hurricane Helene, the American Red Cross is on the ground helping those in need, providing critical support and relief, and they need your help. Donate today at valleycentral.com. NBC 23 News Now.
Michigan. Are Republicans about to flip a Senate seat for the first time in 24 years? Tuesday, exclusively on News Nation. Democrat Alyssa Slotkin and Republican Mike Rogers take the debate stage. Then Chris Cuomo breaks down this key race that could change the balance of power in the Senate. It's a matchup you won't see anywhere else. Debate Night in America, Tuesday, 7/6 Central on News Nation. News for all America.
All right, you guys, thanks so much for sticking with us here on NBC 23. I'm so excited to have my good friend, the ever so talented Uno G, here in studio at NBC 23. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. This is amazing. Now, I've had the chance to already watch you in concert twice this past month. It's been amazing. You have rocked the crowd in so many ways, and I just want to get to know what new projects, new music, everything you have coming up, because you are a hard worker, my friend.
Right. We try to stay active and busy. So I have an album out called Back to the Future. You can catch that on all social media platforms and the iTunes, Spotify, and just released my new single and a music video to Quiero Verte with Chingo Bling.
Yeah.
So that was fun. We had a good time doing that one, and it seems it's on radio right now. So Wild 104, shout out. If we can get that, the Valley to support that track and show some love, we would appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. And we appreciate you because you're really helping to put music on the map in the Valley, in Texas, and I just love it so much. So tell me a little bit about, the work that goes into this. I mean, you're in the recording studio, and then you film the videos, you go out on tour, and you do the concerts. I mean, this is a lot of work, but you love what you do, right?
Yeah, no, it's something that you don't really see it as work. So, but then once you look back and you're like, man, I was in the studio every day this week. Wow. And, it becomes something to where you gotta love what you do, right? So I really enjoy doing it a lot.
Yeah, I love that so much. And there we're looking at a little of a preview there. You got to work with the talented Chingo Bling. What has that been like? And just in all the collaborations, because you've worked with so many talented folks.
Right, yeah. So working with Chingo, it's always a great experience because he's got so much experience in the game. So when I'm with him, I'm literally like a sponge, just trying to get all the information I can from him.
Yeah.
He's somebody that has come from being a rapper to a comedian and done so much, and represents the state of Texas, being from Houston. So working with someone like that is always great. I have some projects coming up with Little Flip as well. Wow. So we're dropping a track, and the song I also had done with Kirkle Bangs. So I got a couple of Houston artists that I'm doing some features with coming up, yeah.
That is amazing. I love it. There's so much to stay up to date with you and your career. And you've been doing this for so long. You have so many fans. And when you're out there, I mean, I've seen it. I've seen it myself. The fans are screaming and cheering, and you kind of make us forget about life for a little bit. I mean, you really put on a good show, and I love that so much. So it's really cool. How can we stay up to date with you on Instagram? I know we have a little preview there on screen. You're always posting, right? Yeah,
so we stay active on there. All my social media platforms is Uno_Triple G. So from TikTok to Instagram. On Facebook, it's Uno Garza. So Uno_Triple G is where my Instagram page is at.
All right, very cool. So one more time, how can we watch the new music video for the new song? And also, how can we, you know, just have fun out there, right? It's just a matter of staying up to date with you, going out there, having a good time. We want to keep up to date with you. So how can we watch that video one more time? Because we want folks to jam.
Yeah, we have that on YouTube. So we have an official video on YouTube. We have some promo videos as well.
Okay.
And at Uno_Triple G, I will be announcing our next event show that we have coming up. So we will have those details by next week, the latest.
That is awesome. Guys, I'm so excited about this. Make sure you head on out, support him, because he is supporting the Valley and Valley musicians and just talent in general. So good stuff. Uno, thank you so much for being here, and thank you for releasing your music and sharing your talents with the world.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Beautiful stuff, guys. I cannot wait to stay up to date with everything he has going on in his successful career. It's really awesome. Brianna, I think that we should jam to some of his music in the mornings when we're getting ready. What do you say about that? I think it'll help us get the energy going. Yeah? What do you think?
Oh yeah, definitely. Any music that can help us be bright, get up bright and early is going to help us out, because conditions are pretty quiet right now, which is kind of tiring and boring. But that's not going to be the case for this afternoon and these next couple of days, because we have active weather in the Rio Grande Valley. And when I say that, I'm talking about rain and just general thunderstorms. But before we get a closer look at what you can expect, let's look at an update on the tropics. So right now we have two named storms in the Atlantic. The first one is a tropical storm named Leslie, trying to become more organized, and it's going to, as we head into the weekend, is going to strengthen to a Category 2 hurricane as we head into the very early hours of Monday. But then right alongside Leslie is Kirk, and Kirk is actually a Category 4 hurricane, the second Category 4 hurricane of the season. The first one was Helene, which made landfall in Florida last week. Now Kirk is just going to continue to track further north and further into the Atlantic, so these two named storms aren't expecting to impact anyone or any landmass, especially for us here in the Rio Grande Valley. However, the last area of interest is what we've been talking about for several days already, and it's in the Gulf of Mexico, and the National Hurricane Center has upgraded the potential chance of development to a 40%, but I truly think that nothing's really going to come out of it. I think it's just going to be very disorganized showers and storms that will be impacting a lot of areas along the coast, such as Florida, Louisiana, and for us here in the Rio Grande Valley, and that is the reason why we have elevated rain chances for today and tomorrow. But then as we head into next work week, that is when those rain chances will start to decrease. And some of the storms that filter in are just general thunderstorms across the Rio Grande Valley, and that's all the way until Sunday, so we're not really concerned with the severe threat. However, we are keeping a close eye on possible flooding, street flooding, especially in areas that are prone to flooding within the lower valley and along the coast, just because that's the area that's going to get the most amount of rain as we head into these next couple days. So we could see anywhere from 2 to 4 inches within the next 7 days. And of course, localized higher totals could be possible as well, but all of the rain and all of the cloud cover is going to help keep those temperatures slightly below average for this time of year, and that's going to continue for these next couple days.
Access to affordable health care is a quality of life issue. So when Adam Hinojosa opposes Medicaid expansion for working families, you have to ask yourself, whose side is he on? He thinks it's okay for insurance companies to deny coverage to people with pre-existing conditions, and even wants to allow them to cut off patients who need more care. That's just offensive. The people of this district deserve someone who will fight for them, not a yes man for health insurance companies.
Something monumental, covering all things football, is coming. Football's newest show breaks down all things NFL, from the plays to the players, from camp to kickoff, and everything in between, all year long. GMFB Overtime. It's football for everyone.
Today at 9 a.m. on KGBT 4.1.
Celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month. The history. La cultura. Pasión. Orgullo. Join us as we celebrate the many contributions of our Hispanic communities. Celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month.
Watch Celebrating Hispanic Heritage in the Valley Sunday at noon on NBC 23.
Valley Central, easy access to the news important to you. Breaking news as it happens. Exclusive videos, local weather, and more. Log on today for everything happening in the 956. ValleyCentral.com. 956 News you can trust.
Watch Ruben Juarez and Blake Holland on NBC 23 Sports. You're watching NBC 23.
All right, guys, I am so excited because we have an extremely exciting interview now. A very special guest in studio to tell us all about and invite us to personally to Slothtoberfest. What is this all about? Well, he's going to explain. Good morning and thank you so much for being here. First of all, go ahead and officially introduce yourself.
Hey, my name is Nick. I'm from Fragile Planet Wildlife Park, and I'm here to tell you about Slothtoberfest.
Yes, what is this all about?
October 12th, 6 to 8 p.m. the evening, we have a 21 and over event. We are going to be offering some sample drinks. Okay. So we've got some wine and stuff for people to taste. We've got some sloth encounters. The tickets are $50 for the VIP. That is a guaranteed wagon ride. The normal general admission price is $45, and that does not have the wagon ride. We're not sure how many people are going to show up to it and stuff, so we don't want to just overwhelm ourselves with it. There's the amphibian lab, the petting zoo. We've got our gift shop. The gem mine's there if anybody wants to look at that too.
Whoa.
Our kangaroo and wallaby exhibit. And all the proceeds are actually going to benefit a rehabilitation and rewilding center in Costa Rica for sloths and other tropical wildlife.
You guys are doing so much. I love this so much. You and your team are so amazing at what you do, and you're just educational and entertaining when it comes to the resources you provide for our community. And you also have some friends here.
Yeah, so
you're not the only guest today.
No, it's a little bit hard for us to maneuver and manage and take the sloths everywhere and stuff, and they're a little bit slow, so it's kind of easier to have on-site events with them right now. But I brought a couple of our animal ambassadors for you guys to see as well.
Yeah, bring them.
I'm just gonna go grab one real quick.
Oh my goodness, this is incredible. So what is this first fella here that you're bringing?
So this first one here is actually an indicator species.
Oh, it's jumping. I wish you guys could see this. It's jumping and it's making its way to the desk. This is so exciting. This is the best Friday ever, honestly. Oh.
So this is an African bullfrog. So these are one of the largest species of frogs in the world.
Oh my goodness. Those eyes are mesmerizing. Oh my goodness.
Being an indicator species means they have really sensitive skin.
Oh, wow.
Now, this one's a little different than most. They do have sensitive skin, but they have a waxy coating that helps them survive in the sunny grassland savannas and plains of Africa.
I kind of see that.
So you can feel his back if you'd like.
Very shiny. Oh my goodness. This is the best last day ever. This is so amazing. Wow. That is so cool.
Just before he jumps or something, I am going to go run him back real fast
You
too.
do that. And then you also brought another fella here to
so we
introduce us
brought
to.
one of our crocodilians.
That is amazing. The best guest, hands down. Come on now. Our meteorologist Brianna is on the sidelines over there in the weather center, and she's freaking out. And now I'm freaking out seeing what he just brought out of this box. What is going on here? Oh my goodness, my dad is going to love this.
This is Reptar, and Reptar is one of our education animals. So we do free school programs across Texas and a couple other local states here in the United States. So, and you can pet down his back if you'd like.
I was waiting for that invitation. What? Okay.
So this is one of our animals that we take to schools.
This is incredible. So I'm not sure if this is a good question or not. Is this an alligator, crocodile? What's the difference?
This is a crocodile. Specifically a Morlet's crocodile, also called the Mexican crocodile.
Oh my goodness, his eyes are mesmerizing too. He's
you can see his big teeth as well.
Whoa, that is incredible. So you really are able to educate, you know, folks out here about their species, and that's incredible.
Absolutely, yeah. So this species can be found just a few hours south across the border. So it's something that a lot of the local people here have potentially seen themselves. They can connect directly to it. And it's something that is a protected species in the United States here and in Mexico as well. So they're actually given protection by some of our federal laws and international laws too.
Yeah, beautiful. Wow. So this is the kind of stuff that you get to experience when you go to Fragile Planet, isn't that right?
Yep. And then we do offer the free school programs as well.
Okay.
And then we can take a couple animals out to schools, but we always offer the on-site education as well.
Yeah, this is incredible. And you never know what generation of future wildlife, you know, just enthusiasts that you're going to be, you know, brewing.
There's always a couple kids that are really in tune to the animals, just like all of us animal people were when we were little kids.
Wow, did you know you have the best job in the world? This is incredible.
It is a ton of fun and very rewarding.
Very cool. Well, one more time, where can we go to get more information on Slothtoberfest?
So we have it on our website, and you can order tickets on our Facebook and Instagram as well. We've got links in our bio.
Wow, I just noticed he has cleaner teeth than me. This is so cool.
They're pearly whites. They change all the time.
Oh my gosh, I'm getting distracted here.
Constantly replacing their teeth.
Okay, this is incredible. He's gonna go put him back in the box, guys. This is, wow, I'm just distracted now. This is incredible. The best interview ever. Guys, Slothtoberfest is gonna be happening tomorrow, Saturday, October the 12th, again at 6 to 8 p.m. Be sure you visit their website and their social media, Fragile Planet Wildlife. Yeah, so it's gonna be amazing, so exciting. Thank you so much for just your knowledge, for sharing it with the community, for letting me be introduced to those fellas over there. Wow. And we appreciate everything that you do.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for having me out. And again, that was tomorrow, Saturday, October 12th, 6 to 8, and it is 21 and over. There will be drinks.
All right, it's gonna be a party for sure. Thanks so much.
Not a problem, thank you.
Very good stuff there. So guys, yeah, I need a little moment to gather my thoughts after this. That was an incredible experience. So give me a second. We will be back though. NBC 23 will return after this quick commercial break.
Around here, family and community come first. As your state representative, I'm committed to protecting our values. That's why I've been working hard in Austin to support our local economy, secure funding for our schools and teachers, and ensure law enforcement has the tools they need to keep us safe. Together, we've accomplished so much, but there's still work to be done. I'm Janie Lopez, and I'll always put our community first.
Something monumental, covering all things football, is coming. Football's newest show breaks down all things NFL, from the plays to the players, from camp to kickoff, and everything in between, all year long. GMFB Overtime. It's football for everyone.
Today at 9 a.m. on KGBT 4.1.
There's so many reasons to watch Kelly.
I can't even focus on what you're talking about right now.
Aquaman wins! It's all on the Kelly Clarkson Show. Count me in. Weekdays.
Watch The Kelly Clarkson Show, weekdays at 3 p.m.
All right, welcome back to NBC 23. Now, guys, this was an incredible show, and as we mentioned at the top of the 5 a.m. hour, Brianna's crying. She's going to make me cry.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, my goodness. Guys, as I mentioned at the top of the hour, this is my last show here on KVEO. Oh, my goodness. Brianna, I'm sorry. This is hard. Guys, I've been here at the station for a long time, and this is my TV family.
I'm sorry. I'm going to miss you so much.
This is her fault. I want to say thank you to my, oh my goodness, Brianna.
I'm sorry.
I want to say thank you to my general manager, Jeff Miller. He's been incredible. My boss, Brent, my other boss, Frank, everybody, Lee, every single manager that I have here. My peers, my coworkers, my amazing producer, Alette, Orlando, our behind-the-scenes crew, our on-air talent. We are more than a crew. We are literally a TV family, and thank you for commenting every single day. We appreciate you guys so much. Continue to watch NBC 23 and follow me at Danielle Banda TV. That's all for now. I'll see you at midday. I appreciate you.
Senator Morgan Lamantia is working against jobs in our area by supporting overreaching federal regulations on oil and gas production. You have a better choice. Republican Adam Hinojosa is a successful entrepreneur and job creator. Adam Hinojosa owns and operates small businesses and is working to grow and revitalize our area.
As your next state senator, I'll fight to protect jobs in the oil and gas industry, supporting families and growing our economy.
Vote Republican Adam Hinojosa for Texas State Senate.
Something monumental, covering all things football, is coming. Football's newest show breaks down all things NFL, from the plays to the players, from camp to kickoff, and everything in between, all year long. GMFB Overtime. It's football for everyone.
Today at 9 a.m. on KGBT 4.1.